Okay, really quick, I did forget to say this, but the minimum specs have changed. If you're using NVIDIA, the minimum spec is now lower, so it runs on more NVIDIA. But if you use AMD, for some reason they say it's with OpenGL issues, but you now need a higher spec AMD GPU. I'm running AMD, and honestly, it feels fine, if not a little bit better than before. So if you're using AMD, I don't think you have to worry too much about this. And then if you're using Intel or any integrated GPUs, they don't really say anything about that. I'm gonna get right into this because the first one is a pretty good change, pretty big change, pretty it's a really we finally have integration with aeronautics so far to make just like a real basic boat here. I know it's the best thing you've ever seen. Tornadoes can now interact with physics entities. So if I were to spawn myself a tornado real quick, let's see. Hopefully it's gonna go the right way. Please. What? Doesn't appear to be working, but in the top of the changelogs it does say they should get affected, but I don't know, it just doesn't work, and now it's raining. Maybe if I put a windmill sail on it? Oh, look at that, okay. I was just doing it wrong. Okay, so the next one, I just realized is not really a good time to show it off because of the rain. Wait, I could just go above the clouds. I don't know how I feel about it, but we have a circular sun. But apparently, if I were to set it to... Oh, hold on, but that looks really good. Let's get all the way back down. Let me get a nice little time lapse of the sunset real quick. Because the sunset changed, and I honestly like the colors. I just don't like the circular sun. Let's see it. But something else I just now noticed, which I didn't read in the changelogs. I didn't really read much of the changelogs yet. This just came out. Honestly, I kind of like that. That looks, if you just don't zoom in too much on it, that looks pretty good. Another thing that's changed is the supercell structure. Oh, that's cool. You can see the whole supercell, and then the meso, whoa, the meso is separate from it. Okay. Interesting. I know some people are probably not gonna like this, but I honestly, it might take a little bit for me to be okay with it. It does just feel, this part of it here just feels a little bit out of place compared to everything else, and then the shading of that just doesn't blend well. Now, I did have to spawn some of this in. Ooh, another issue. That shouldn't be like that. Hey, can you be quiet over there? Thank you. Anyways, so what I was saying is, it's really subtle since there's not much wind, but plants will now flow in the wind, so you don't need any shaders for that. It's now built into the mod. There is nothing there. Be quiet. Now, this next thing might be pretty interesting, but apparently they added power flashes. Right now, the blocks that give off power flashes are redstone lamps, redstone blocks, observers, sticky pistons, and daylight sensors. I just grabbed these two. Please tell me the power flashes actually look good. Are those the power flashes? Oh, I can't see. Okay, I might need to get out of a snow biome for this. What is going on? Okay, so I've got a bunch of, well, actually all of the blocks that give off power flashes now. Hopefully at least one of these give off a power flash. Here we go. It's getting close. Should be doing damage here. I don't know about you, but I'm not see. Whoa, I got thrown. Oh my god. Yeah, definitely did pick up some of the blocks. Actually, one of them, a few of them got lofted all the way over here. I did not see any power flashes at all. They also added this new block called Observation Station, which apparently these are supposed to show the wind. It might only show on radar. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Doesn't appear to perfectly line up on radar, but does work. So I'm assuming if I place down a bunch of the, yeah, I'd say this is enough. But you can see they are wrapping around the wind of the tornado. It actually shows you the map of the winds if you have enough of them. And wow, that's actually, hold on, it doesn't really look that good when they're that dense, but it does give you a good idea of wind direction and wind speed. So interesting timing. Right after showing that off, I could see one of the new plants. They added a bunch of different variants of both the normal grass and the tall grass that will actually change throughout the seasons. And then I'm also not really sure how to craft these. I don't have JEI installed, but this is the mod that I would recommend if you don't know how to craft stuff. Just download this mod. It gives you all the recipes for all the items. Now, this next update involves create mod windmills. If you go to the settings for Protomanlys weather mod, then go server settings, and then compat. If you go to create, you do have wind-powered windmills. So if I turn this back off, you can see right now we're at 2 RPM, but if I turn it back on, now you may have to re-update your bearings for it to actually update the speed. Oh, wait. No, never mind. You can see it actually does dynamically change your stress units and your rotation speed at the same time. So if I respond in something that gives us a lot of wind, here we go. A max strength squall. Oh, wow, the grass is struggling. But you can see we have a lot of speed, and we had probably, I don't know, hold on. Let's just place this back. You can see we have a lot of stress units and a lot of speed coming out of this thing. And if I were to clear that out, you can see right away drops right back down to a little bit below normal. Okay, now this next one is going to be a little bit smaller, but they did add more they added more variants of scalded blocks. I'm pretty sure the bricks are new, metal might be new, deep slate, I don't know. I don't know exactly which ones are new. And these last few things I was going to go over really quick, but here they are. The climate system has been changed, and tropical regions are a lot less prone for dramatic seasonal changes. The tornadoes are now, on average, larger. That was actually a fix of a bug that caused the tornado sizes to not be handled properly. They tweaked the way condensation works with the tornadoes, so now the larger ones will have a harder time actually staying fully condensed compared to smaller, weak ones. The wall clouds now look and behave differently. The textures for all the burnt wood blocks have been updated. And now with the weather station, if you look at the risk, they're actually colored proportional to the risk. I know how to talk. And it actually handles the risk levels themselves differently. And at this point, you could click off if you want, but I'm just going to go over the bug fixes. They fixed inaccuracy with how forward motion affects the storm wind fields. The cloud system will now occasionally reset to avoid floating point errors. It is jarring, they say, but it's better than making non-storm clouds look bad, apparently. They fixed a few leaf types not being influenced by seasons with their colors. Using flint steel on soul sand will now actually place soul fire. Frozen accumulated precipitation is no longer immortal if under a tree. Ice formations on oceans now use ocean temperature, not land temperature. Snow now falls at an appropriate speed. The radar is finally able to accurately show supercells. It's no longer always inaccurate with where the rain is. It should now be fully accurate. They fixed performance with the radar blocks. So now if I want to test that real quick. If I switch this back to standard radar, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. Oh, yeah. If I were to go all the way over here, unload it, then reload it. Okay, they did fix it because I used to get some stutters when loading the radar. Okay. And they also fixed some other things that they say they can't remember. They also removed that IR mode off of the radar, so now that's replaced with the wind. Oh my god. I know this video is a little bit shorter than normal, but that's just because I want to get this out as soon as possible since it just updated, and this time I did not... Ooh, I just spawned in. But this time I did not have a early access build, so I'm recording this at the... like, right after it came out. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video if the storm would shut up. There we go. So these... Oh, wow, it is way too dense. Oh my god!